Lumbar straightening is the loss of the natural curve of your spine, going from being curved forward to being completely straight. And this, although it may seem unimportant, is the stage before a herniated disc develops. That's why I made this video for you today, where we are going to work on 3 essential pillars: strengthening, mobility, and finally postural work. And the best part is that I'm going to give you 3 different exercise variations to work on each of these pillars. First, we're going to work on strengthening the entire spine, especially the lumbar area, so that it is able to maintain this posture in extension during your daily activities. Secondly, we are going to encourage that lumbar extension to restore the spine back into position, natural. And thirdly, a postural exercise to relieve the existing tension. Below the pelvis, let's move on to the exercise of strength. For that, we need to get into position on all fours. Make sure you have some cushions, a mat, and a sofa close to you to do the exercises. We're resuming strengthening. Let's get on all fours. And we're going to start with level 1. Make sure your wrists are right under your hips. You can place your feet however you want. Focus on one leg. In this case, I'm going to choose the right leg. From this starting position, breathe in. And as you exhale, fully stretch that leg until it is parallel to the floor. The leg doesn't have to be too high nor too low, just an extension of your body. And your toes should point down. Don't point it outward. Keep it very straight with the knee. Completely stretched. When you do it, you'll notice some contraction in the right glute. But also here in the lower back, touch it lightly with your H and you'll see that it is extremely hard, and it's exactly there where we want to focus the effort. This is a level 1, extremely simple. We're going to do 10 repetitions with the right leg, with the left. We try, assess if it feels right, then move to the next level. 2, what do you think? Let's do it. Take a breath. We exhale. Leg completely straight. We hold throughout the entire exhalation, 1, and we also alternate with the other side. Toe pointing down, leg parallel to the floor, 2. Release, right side. 3. Release, left side. 4. 5. 6. 7. We continue. We feel the effort in the lower back and the glutes. 8. We hold the position throughout the entire exhalation. 9. 10. We're halfway there since it's 10 for each leg. 11. If you feel discomfort at the 10th one, stop here. Take a short break and then do it again. Another 10, 12. Come on, let's go get them. 13. Left. Toe pointing down. 14. Leg. Parallel to the ground, an extension of our body. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. And 20. Knees down. I move back. I rest my lower back a little. I sit on my heels and assess. What did you think of the exercise? Was it easy? Was it difficult? Did it cause you any pain? If we feel discomfort that's intense, it means that this exercise might be too difficult for us. We'd need to work on it with a smaller number of repetitions. If it was easy, you were able to do it without any problem, and it caused a little bit of pain. I invite you to move on to the next level, where we are also going to introduce movement of the arms. Why is it important? Because this way, we complete the muscular chain, which will cross from the right shoulder to the left leg, which will be working all the muscles of our back, the same position as before. We take a breath at the bottom, and as we exhale, we not only lift the leg, but also look. The arm goes up until the back of my hand, my fingers exactly touch my forehead, and it doesn't stop there, but my elbow goes up so high as you can. And we hold it throughout. The exhalation, the exercise is more intense. I'll notice the contraction much more in the lumbar area. 2, come with me at this level. 2, 3, 4, release. 5, release. 6, if it's hard for you, start with the leg and then the arm. 7, because it also requires a certain amount of stability in your back. First the leg, and then the arm. 8, release. Left leg, right arm. 9, right leg, left arm. 10, let go. 11, great job. Let's coordinate your leg and arm. 12, if you lose your balance, start with the leg, and then with the arm. 13, 14, only 6 left, 3 on each side. 15, 16, 17, 18, 2 more to go. 19, let go. And 20, very good. Feeling good, especially in the lower back area. You have to feel it here. And that's exactly what we want, to strengthen those muscles, so that it provides support for our spine. I sit back on my heels again to stretch, to relax. I'll evaluate again. What did you think of level 2? Was it easy? Was it difficult? If you were able to complete all the repetitions with some discomfort, but you did fine. If you felt muscle activity in your lower back, I invite you to proceed to level 3. This will be much more demanding, and that surely won't be suitable for everyone. Let's breathe. And let's go with that third variation of the strengthening exercises. For that, go ahead and grab a cushion. The density and height of the cushion matter a lot. The difficulty of the exercise, the thicker and bigger it is, the easier the exercise is. Lie down on the cushion so that it is supported between your pubis and your navel, so that your spine is comfortable, and it will also help you, especially if you're the kind of person who gets a lot of back pain when lying face down, which is quite common in people with rectification, lumbar. From here, this is no longer a simple exercise, but we're increasing the intensity to a very intense level 3. Intense. Pay attention, I'm placing my arms on both sides of my body, one palm on top of the other, and I'm going to rest my head on my palms. From here, what I want is to raise both my head and my arms at the same time. I'll inhale at the bottom and exhale. Both my head and my arms lift up, maybe just a little. We inhale down. We exhale. Just a few centimeters, but the effort involved right here at the lumbar level is tremendous. Intense, a much more demanding variation. Not suitable for everyone. Come with me if you are capable. Breathe in at the bottom. We let it out. I lift my chest. I lift my arms. Strong contraction in the lower back area. It's only a few centimeters, but the intensity is very high. 1. We let go. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Wow. Impressive work. Very, very intense. It shows us that you don't need to make big movements to give it a lot of intensity. You probably felt a lot of effort in your lower back. If you have, obviously. If you haven't, it's okay. Stick with any of the levels we've seen. First, we've seen a level 1, raising only the leg from the quadruped position. A level 2, raising in a way crosswise, opposite arm and leg. And a final level where we lift the chest to work that lower back area well. Choose a difficulty level and write down 4 sets of 10 repetitions. We have done only 1 set of 10. You should do up to 4 and complement it with some work on mobility and posture. Now we're going to move on to the mobility part. I want you to pick up your mat and sit down on the floor with your back against your sofa. Level 1, extension in the upper lumbar and lower thoracic spine. For me, one of my favorite exercises to work on straightening lumbar. It's a little bit tricky to do, but once you get the hang of it, I assure you, you'll love it. You need to position yourself with your back against the sofa in such a way that your mid-back area, the area of the shoulder blades, just below the armpit, is supported on the edge of the couch. This will depend a lot on your height. Some of you will be taller and some shorter. I'm quite tall. Therefore, I can keep my butt pretty far from the sofa. If you're a shorter person, place them very close to the sofa. Or you could even put a couple of cushions under your buttocks to be higher. The goal is for your upper back. It's supported here on the edge of the sofa. And that allows us to do a kind of lever that opens up that area and allows us to regain mobility in extension. Pay close attention. My back is resting at the level of the sofa. My feet are simply planted on the floor, 90 degrees of knee flexion. I support my head to be more comfortable, and from here, I lift my buttocks. What's happening here? That this lower mid-back area is supported on the couch. Next, let me switch cameras. And keeping this position so high, up this high, I'm going to focus on the movement of my pelvis. Look, I'm going to let my pelvis drop down, creating a good extension here at this level. Very good. I hold for a few seconds, and then I lift. I'm kind of opening up that lower back area. I'll adjust this cushion so I can reach farther and move up a bit more toward that sofa. And again, I let myself drop. My buttocks down, very good. An amazing feeling of lumbar extension here. Very pleasant. And next, I lift. 2. We're going to do 10 repetitions. For this exercise, we'll switch cameras so you can see. The head is already on the couch. I let my buttocks drop. That creates good extension here at this level, and then I lift up again. And from here I can go down a little bit more to work on vertebrae higher up. I can go up a little bit higher up so that it works more on the lower back. This will really depend on how you feel and what you want to work on. I inhale as I go down. Very good. Exhale. And up, and what you need to notice is a sense of mobility. When you're supporting yourself, I take a breath. I let go. 3. I'll go down a bit to focus more on the upper back. I take a breath, let my butt drop. Very good here. Very, very good. We let go. And you see how I'm using the edge of the couch as a fulcrum, as a lever, so that my spine opens forward. Very good. Up. Let's do 3 more. I take a breath, let it out. Very good. Let go. 2. 1. Come on, last rep. I take a breath, let it drop. That opening happens here in my spine. That's great. Very good. The most demanding part is that your glutes are going to work a lot because they're the ones that keep your pelvis stable up. However, even though it's an exercise that's a little bit complicated to perform, if you manage to get the distances right, I assure you it's going to be tremendously positive. And to explain to you what's happening here, we lie down on that sofa with the area we want to mobilize at the edge. What we do is bring the spine down to try to recover that lost extension this way, extending the spine. We go up and we go down. We go up and we go down. We go up and down and we can work. A little higher, then I go down and I come back up and down and I go back up a little lower and down. and I go back up. So imagine if you had a very flat lower back, as you can see here, and you rested it on the couch and did this movement. Well, obviously you would be recovering that lumbar extension. It's that simple and mechanical. Just like that, we work at the couch's edge. To recover it, this is the level 1 lower back mobility extension that I recommend. A bit difficult to perform, but with great sensations. Levels 2 and 3 are much more intense. Let's go back to the mat. To address them. Amazing first exercise for lower back extension. We go back onto the mat again to work at level 2, and I assure you that this level increases very quickly in intensity. Let's take a cushion, this time thinner than the previous one. We're simply looking for comfort. We're going to rest that pubic area again, that space between the navel and the pubis, on the cushion so we can be fairly comfortable. And from here we'll work on lumbar extension. This lumbar extension can be done in multiple ways. I'm going to go straight to an intermediate level, and we're going to do it using the Sphinx pose. To perform this exercise, we lie face down and place our arms on both sides of our body, the head on the floor, and from here we simply lift the chest. We bring the elbows in a little so they act as a brace, and we hold this position. That's all there is to it. We're not going to do sets. We're not going to do repetitions. Make sure the arm is practically vertical and that the two opposite arms come together in front. It's a good opportunity to grab your phone, watch a video, read a book, whatever you want. The goal is to maintain the position for at least 5 minutes. And it's true that reaching that number can be very hard at first. I encourage you to do 1 minute the first time, 2 minutes the second time, 3 minutes the third time. Gradually increase the time, since holding the position will be tough for you if it's a position your body can't tolerate. And if pain appears extreme, with this exercise, basically what we do is recover that lost extension. Remember that lumbar straightening is the loss of the forward curvature of the spine, leaving the spine very flat. With this exercise, what we do is work on that extension, maneuvering that spine in the range it has lost, so that little by little that stability, that extension, that position is gradually restored. From here we can choose between 2 levels. One option is the classic looking down, which is simpler, and we can even look upwards. To make a sub-level more demanding, I'm just going to do 10 breaths so you can join me. And then we'll move on to level 3 of extension. One of the most important things when doing the Sphinx is that you let your belly button drop down towards the floor. That you completely relax your lower back muscles, lumbar, the one that's here, the paravertebrals. Because if you're very tense, those muscles are going to lock up the lumbar area, and it won't let it go down or slide, so that it is in an extended position thanks to gravity. Come on, let's breathe a little more. And I want you to, every time you exhale, let that spine relax. Notice how your belly button sinks deeper into the floor. It's an exercise that's not pleasant, especially if it's your first time. But I assure you, if you can work on it consistently, it's going to be very, very pleasant. It's going to go from being the most unpleasant of all to the most pleasant of all, and it's one of my favorite poses because it counteracts the sitting posture. It trains the exact opposite pattern to the one we adopt when we're in front of the computer. For more than 8 hours. Let's take 3 more breaths. Let it go. 2. 1. And we relax. You may have taken 10 breaths, holding for a few minutes. That's enough. When you finish, keep one thing in mind: your spine will be sensitive. I recommend you lie face down for a few minutes. Then lie on your side briefly. Then sit for a few minutes. Lie on your back, then sit. Then stand up, since your spine doesn't like sudden position changes. It's not bad if you feel pain after this exercise. Actually, it shows you're working your range of motion beyond its normal limits. For the last variation, we're going to remove the cushion. And we're going to do something much more demanding. Now, I don't recommend this for everyone, only if this level 2 of the Sphinx has worked well for you. We go back to the previous position and cross, hands in front. We let the head fall onto the hands. Comfortable position, your elbows open out. Outwards from here, I want you to take a breath. And as you exhale, lift your chest by pushing with your hands. As you can see, the extension is far more aggressive than before, much more demanding. Demanding, therefore, not recommended for everyone. For those who tolerated it well, level 2, we inhale at the bottom. The head touches the hands, let go. And if you want to add to it, one more level of difficulty. See what happens if you lift your head. What do you feel in your lower back? Good, let's move down. Let go. 3. Let go. 4. Let go. 5. Let go. 6. Let go. 7. 8. 9. 10. Very good. Obviously, in this last extension variant, you're going to need strong arms to be able to push yourself. We stay here lying on our sides for a few moments, breathing, letting the spine breathe a little before changing position. With this block, we've finished the mobility work. We've seen a very good first exercise, very isolated for the area. Lower thoracic, upper lumbar in extension. A second Sphinx exercise on the forearms, more static, in which we hold from 1 to 3 minutes. And finally, this variation where you push with your arms, 10 repetitions, raising the chest as much as possible. 3 exceptional variations to work your lumbar extension. Restore your spine's natural alignment, and I hope you try them until you find that challenge, the one that works best for you. This time, for the posture work, we won't position ourselves here, but instead, we'll rest our back on the arm of the sofa. If you don't have a sofa arm like this, that's okay. You can rest your back against the wall. It's exactly the same. This postural work is also a bit of a unpleasant task, but it gives incredible results. The main requirement is that your buttocks are as close as possible to that arm of the sofa or to that wall. This will significantly challenge the elasticity of your hamstrings, the muscles that are right behind your thighs. And this muscle group has a very important function because if they're shortened, what they'll do is to hold the pelvis in a posterior pelvic tilt and therefore to promote that flattening of the lower back curve. We are attacking from all angles so that you can recover that natural alignment of your spine. I suggest you get your buttocks as close as possible to the sofa or the wall. If you can't get as close as possible, place a small cushion for your comfort. We will also need a belt, a blanket. I didn't tell you before, I forgot. I'm going to use an elastic band, but just so it shows up clearly during the video. All right, first position, first level, it's the easiest of all. I want you to bring your butt in close and lift your chest up high as if you wanted to grow toward the ceiling. We just leave the legs relaxed, completely stretched out. Let your toes fall wherever they naturally fall with your heels together. Just make sure of that. And we simply hold the position. If you're a flexible person, this position will be like an appetizer. If you're a stiffer person with a lot of tightness in the back, you'll already start to notice certain sensations of tightness. Behind your knees in your lower back area, we place our hands on our knees to keep ourselves upright. We're simply going to do 10 breaths. Let's inhale. Very good. As you exhale, pull your belly button in. And think about growing upwards. 1. You might also notice some work in the upper back area, and that's an example that the upper back also plays a role in the mobility of your lumbar spine. We take a breath. We exhale. Pull your belly button in. 2. Very straight, very upright. We exhale. 3. We exhale. 4. We exhale. 5. And while you keep breathing, I remind you that in my newsletter, where more than 200,000 people have signed up, you can have access to all the videos I publish on YouTube, updates, and new releases. And to join, it's right here, upper right corner of the screen. A little card will appear. Just click, enter your email, and you're signed up. Every Sunday, I send you an email with the latest videos I've published, the best way to never miss out my content. Come on, 2 more, breathe. We exhale, pull in the belly button, and stay straight. 1 more. We exhale. All right? Very easy, right? Perfect. How can we add more difficulty? It's very simple. You just need a few small changes to notice it. Pay close attention. Now I want you to bring together the big toe sides of your feet and point your toes up. Small change, right? But you can really feel it. When I do this, I already feel a lot more tension in the back area, in the lumbar area. I make sure that my buttocks haven't lifted from the arm of the sofa. I place my hands on my knees and once again sit up very straight. And we continue. 1. 2. Heels together, big toes together, toes pointing up. 3. 4. This is level 2. I'm just inviting you to try it. If level 1 seems simple or manageable to you, 5. Nice and straight, upright. 6. 7. Eight, 9. And 10. Very good. A little unpleasant, right? You're already starting to feel some tension in the area of your back, at the back of your thighs. Let's bring those legs in a little. Let's move your buttocks away from that arm of the sofa or that wall and relax. Okay, this was level 2. Like level 1, bring feet together with toes pointed upwards, which adds a lot more tension. If you felt comfortable, if it's been tolerable, we can move on to level 3. This is clearly the most complicated. Think about it. Take a deep breath and let's go for that level then. All right, for this, we're going to need this great strap I've put here. We started with those parameters. It's important to adjust all of them because if you miss one, the tension is lost. Glutes close to that couch, legs fully extended, toes pointing toward the ceiling, knees flat on the floor, and from here we toss the loop until it hooks onto the feet. What are we aiming for? Add a bit more tension, but not too much since you'll notice it quickly. The intensity increases. You place that band right at the base of the toes there on what we call the metatarsal area. Very upright, very straight, and from here I add a bit of tension with my arms. Wow, you can really feel that tension, huh? And I do 10 breaths. We take a breath. And every time I exhale, look, I want to pull a little more with my arms to make it more intense. 1. Release. And I pull it toward me. 2. Relax. And I pull it toward me to make it harder. 3. I release the band. I pull it toward me, bring the band in. Stay straight. 4. Don't round your body or you'll lose tension. Let go. 5. Come on, 5 more. Let go. 6. Let go. 7. 8. 9. Last rep. And 10. Very good. We're done with that band, that strap, that blanket. We let those legs bend. We relax the back a little. And with this last variation, these 3 levels, we complete the postural work. We did a first exercise where we simply positioned ourselves with the buttocks near the sofa arm, and a second one where the toes were pointing at the ceiling, and a third where we pulled with the elastic to add more tension. We worked on 3 blocks: strengthening, mobility, and finally postural work. What do I recommend? Choose a strength variation and do 4 sets of 10 repetitions. We have done 1 set of each level. In the second extension block, it's the same. You can either do 4 sets of 10 of the first and third level, or in the second one, in the Sphinx pose, you can do a 3-minute set. It would be. Ideally, listen to your body and never force it too much. And in this last one, we would add the same. 4 sets of 10 breaths at the level that feels good to you. You might feel some discomfort, but it shouldn't be very painful. Intense pain is a red flag and tells us that we're going too far, our limits. Put all that together in 1 session and work on alternate days. And I assure you that the flattening of your lower back curve will benefit a lot from it. It may even improve after a while. And if you want to know more about your back pain, about how to keep working, key points for having a strong, solid, steel-like and pain-free back, I invite you to learn about Back Week, an event we held last year that you can access through the link that appears above for a small fee, where you can watch the recordings and access all the information we provided. I hope you enjoyed all of this. I hope you were able to find your level, and above all, I hope you stay consistent, because even the best exercises in the world are useless if you don't do them consistently. That's all. I'm signing off, sincerely thanking you from the bottom of my heart for staying until the end of the video, hoping to see you again very soon in one of my other videos.